Toastmaster of today, our past president, Billy Gundaka. And I am very proud to present our Toastmaster, past president, Billy, not only as past president, but also the winner of several trophies of the topic.
I'm happy to be here today as the Tabletopics Master because this is a role that I have not taken so very often. So it was wonderful today to see a number of cases where people are going beyond their comfort zone. This is what is wonderful about Toastmasters, that it's a place to grow, to share, to encourage each other and to do things and to learn. When I was president of the Toastmasters Club, I arranged for the purchase of our video equipment. You might have noticed I was sitting there with the camera and filming, and I had a little bit to do with the preparation of the PowerPoint and looking for the pointer. And it is an investment that we made very consciously as a club because we want to encourage and use the resources available to us in this modern age. Some people may not like to be filmed. Some people may not like to have their photos taken. I know some people who don't want to see photos of themselves. I'm going to ask a few questions, and I would like you to take a minute to stand up and think and speak on your feet. And my first question is, have you seen yourself make a presentation? Have you seen yourself make a presentation? Have you been filmed and have you seen yourself make a presentation? And how did you deal with any feelings of inadequacy that you may have had? You have the freedom to answer in any way you please. The main purpose of the Tabletopics is that you stand up, that you speak for 1 minute. If you go beyond 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes, when are you going to show? Maximum 2 minutes. So the red will show at 2 minutes, and that means absolutely stop. So 1 minute, between 1 and 2 minutes is the goal, to stand up and speak. Have you seen yourself make a presentation, and how did you deal with any feelings of inadequacy? Camelia.
Fellow Toastmasters, honored guests. We were told by Toastmasters Vina that here we have the freedom and we feel free at all times and at ease with ourselves, but I think this section is exactly the opposite. And this is the first time when I speak, so I might tremble a bit. I can recall such a situation from the past when I was filmed delivering a very small speech, a very small comment to a situation. And I must say that that was a milestone indeed for myself and for accepting myself as a speaker. I don't get to speak very often on a regular basis in my job, but it was 5 years ago, I think, and it was a real milestone for me because seeing me and accepting my deficiencies and also my pluses created such a change in myself that and at that moment I realized that I only have to go forward and keep on improving myself. But I accepted my deficiencies, and that was the outcome of the situation.
Exactly what we're doing here at Toastmasters. We have the freedom to stand up and take a chance or not. And I must say, I'm using that freedom right now of having the camera running. Of course, the battery's going to run out soon, but the camera's running, and I will finally be on the other side of the camera and be able to look at myself and learn. For many of us, it's very threatening, but perhaps even more threatening than seeing ourselves is that somebody else might see me, might laugh at me, might recognize my inefficiency. But the funny thing is, you're all looking at me the whole time anyhow, whether the camera's looking at me or not. So I'm very happy that I've taken the liberty and the freedom to be able to film myself at this time. And by the way, in this Toastmasters club, it's not compulsory to have the camera running. If you don't want to have your photo taken and you don't want to be filmed, you have that freedom to please mention at the very beginning of the meeting when you see the camera is there that you do not want to have your presentation filmed or your photo taken. And the other insurance policy we have taken is we have purchased USB sticks and lots of separate SD cards so that each one of you can have your own presentation to look at for yourself. You can return it and it can be wiped clean. We can keep them or not, but everyone has an opportunity to get copies of these files. So for those that have already been made, please see me and I will arrange to get the copies to you. The next question: have you taken videos of private or family events? If so, why? Did you share any of your work? Nicole?
Mrs. Tabletopics Day, fellow Toastmasters. Yes, I have. And actually, it's good that you're asking this question because I used to take photos and I even participated in competitions. And that was something I really liked. But when I was asked, why don't you buy a video camera, I said, well, why? You know, because if I want to take a video of landscapes, it's totally uninteresting, everything you find on the internet. So to me, the reason why I bought a video camera was precisely because the only thing I wanted to use it for was to film my family. Because I found that my family, in 10 years or 20 years, I won't find it on the internet. It's memories that are so private, but are so important that, in my view, it's good to have all those memories recorded. So much so that recently we had a little bit of a video session at home where we were looking at videos taken 30 years ago. And the children were saying, oh, but that's how Dad looked, you know, when he was 3 years old. And, you know, it was at the time when we didn't have the modern video cameras. We had the very old one. But it was such a nice evening to have all those memories recorded. So that for me, that's the one thing I did right, is to buy the video camera for that purpose and only for that purpose.
I haven't got any other names of people who haven't got a role. The other names that I have are not here. Is there anybody else that's volunteering to do a table topic?
Oh.
Roger, let me give you the topic. Excuse me. How do you motivate somebody to take responsibility, for example, in a club, or a child at school, a colleague at work, a friend at play? How do you motivate somebody to take responsibility, for example, in a club, a child at school, a colleague at work, or a friend at play? Roger, our guest for today.
My goodness, this is a very difficult topic, Madam Chair. It's, yes, I was unprepared for the freedom of speaking before you today. How do you motivate people? Psychologists tell us that memory is linked to emotion. So clearly, and I practice this permanently with my young daughter, the best way to make people remember anything is to impart some emotional impact. And what better emotional impact could there be but a slap around the face? No, of course. Totally and completely unacceptable today. We no longer have the freedom to chastise or even shout at our children. So, on that basis, the best way to motivate people is with love and care and tenderness and encouragement. And that's all I'm afraid I can say. Thank you.
I believe I can finish here. One more, and I need a volunteer.
Magnus, visually well.
He got on my list, and then he became the ballot county. Alois, what motivates you? how do you share motivation? What do you do when you are down but need to make a public appearance? What motivates you? How do you share motivation? And what do you do when you're down and need to make a public appearance, Alois?
Madam Tabletopics Master, please give me the answer to the third part of this question. How do you help me to get up again? I'm not supposed to be talking too much because otherwise I'm paying too much into the speaker bank. I was motivated when I had energy. I was showing people how to do things, and I had the feeling that many people followed me, and in the past we had the success. But nowadays I'm tired. I'm waiting for my retirement, you know. And yeah, I don't know to motivate you now. I just know how to motivate me to get organized for retirement. I have to look for a structure, get fit, get healthy, and hope that I don't talk too much nonsense in future. And in order to not to do this here as well, and as I can see the green sign already, and having already difficulties with my voice, I would like to come to an end. Madam Tabletopics Master.
On that note, I hand over control back to our Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Topic Masters, Lily, for your very, very interesting subject, table topic subject today. And by the way, we greatly appreciate you took so much initiative to introduce this camera and the video system. And I think personally this is very, very useful to all of us to know how we spoke and how we acted, our gestures and so on. And for that, I really thank you so much. Actually, now is the time, please. You have 1 minute.
Repeat the name, please, of the table speaker.
Thank you. Today we had 4 table topic speakers. One is Nicole. Second, Camila, Alois, and Rosa. So you have now opportunity to give your voting for you who is the best table topic master. One person, please. You have 1 minute, please.
Oh, it's a different one.
Yes.